want to talk to you all today about the last video I posted, and the last video I posted was me basically talking to you all about my goals for the year. Some realistic goals for myself. It's a goal that I'm going to aim for. I would like to be editor ready, but I realized I made a huge mistake, and here is why, and I'm glad that I caught that. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Candace, Beauty and Writing. If you are returning, welcome back, boo. How are you? I am currently working on my debut novel called Project 𝗪𝗪𝗡𝗧, and 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗡 is a adult dark fantasy novel. I want to say I'm not sure really exactly when I started being consistent posting here on YouTube, but once I realized that writing is what I would like to post about, my journey as I become a published author and continue that, that's when I started really journaling my progress and sharing that with you all. So if you're new to this channel, that's essentially what I do here. I post about my journey as I have completed my first draft, and now I'm in the replotting phase of Project 𝗪𝗪𝗡𝗧. Now, the last video that I talked about with you all today, I kind of really just focused on my goals for the year, and I thought about them, and I was intentional when I was talking to you all about it. However, as I posted that video, I was thinking through my goals for the year, but it was not in consideration of my other goals that I do have as far as time. As I had completed my vision board and gave more thought to my goals for the year, and we are approaching Saturday, where I normally post every Saturday at 10 a.m., I realized that I really need to take a step back and realize that I need to pour more into myself in order for me to show up creatively in my writing, and then also show up for you all in ways of sharing my journal progress of becoming a published author. So with that being said, I just honestly came to a realization. I posted yesterday this short form content on Instagram and YouTube, and it made me realize that people were interested in seeing that. And it is interesting to see how people pour into themselves in the non-traditional ways, and non-traditional meaning doing the everyday things in your life that makes you go every day, whether that's getting up and going to work, whether it's doing your skincare, whether that's drinking water in the morning, whether that's journaling, just like the basic things to make sure that you are right in your mind and also taking care of your body. So I am going to share some of those personal goals with you all from my vision board, so that it can help with holding myself accountable, pouring into myself every single day, every day of the week, so that I can show up for my writing and show up for you all and letting you know where I am currently in Project 𝗪𝗪𝗡𝗧. We're going to start off with the personal goals down of going to the gym 4 days out of the week. That's non-negotiable. That is a personal goal, to make sure that my body is feeling good. I do work from home, and also with the writing, you do sit down. I do have a stand-up desk, however, still moving your body and making sure that it's healthy is good. Written down clean eating, so making sure that I'm reaching my protein and fiber intake throughout the day, making sure protein and fiber is included in every single meal. I do drink 60+ ounces of water daily. Sometimes it's a hit or miss on a Saturday or Sunday, because those are the days where we're most busy and I'm normally resting around that time. But I have a Buc-ee's tumbler. It's 40 ounces. You can get any tumbler you want. I can get any tumbler I want, but this is the one that I have. It's 40 ounces, so I'll fill that up twice a day to make sure that I get my 60+ ounces. I don't really necessarily know if I'm reaching 70 or 80 ounces of drinking water unless I drink 2 full canisters of that, but I know for sure that I do drink 60+ based on how much that I do fill up. That is skincare. Now this is really interesting in skincare, not just meaning face, but whole body skincare. So making sure that I'm doing that 7 days out of the week, morning and nighttime, just so that my body can just feel good and I can look good, and when I see myself on camera, I can just feel good of taking care of my body. Also, that's just adding in a level of softness to myself and making sure I'm being intentional and paying attention to myself. And also too, like when I'm lotioning up or whatever, it just feels really great just taking that moment and just being quiet, or if I'm listening to music, just essentially taking care of your body. And for me, showing up for myself and doing that for myself just honestly feels really good. And that's how I feel about all of these personal goals I'm going to share with you all. Next goal up on here is therapy. So regardless whether you need therapy or not, I am an advocate for it because we all have internal dialogue and internal thoughts, and it's always really great to get that out with someone that you don't necessarily know, someone who is professionally licensed. Therapy is just making sure I continue with that and just keeping a clear mind and a clear headspace. And the next two goals that I have up that are personal that I'll share with you all is reading. So as part of my writing journey, I do need to continue to read to expand out my vocabulary. I mentioned in one of my videos, which was very vulnerable by the way, that I don't have the strongest vocabulary, and so while I'm reading, what I would like to do is to have a vocabulary journal. And as I'm reading, and if it's a word that I necessarily do not know the meaning to, or maybe not know how to pronounce it, I will write that word down, research the word, what it means, how to use it in a sentence, and then use it in a sentence on my own to make sure I have a clear understanding of what that word is, which is on my personal list, is to continue to read weekly. I do have quite a few books that I need to go through, so there's no reason for me to not read. So those items are on my personal list as far as my goals, which then now leads into my writing goals, which is the next thing up on here. First quarter, January through March, I plan on continuing to replot my book, and within the next week or two, I would like to begin to start rewriting. For Q2, which is April through June, I'll still be doing the rewriting phase. Q3, which is July to September, continue to keep doing the rewriting phase. And then Q4, I would like to revise my writing and then hopefully have it editor ready on or before December 31st, 2026. In order for me to accomplish my writing goals for this year, I would need to make sure that I am hitting my personal goals, because if I'm not hitting my personal goals, then I am not fueling myself in order to do my writing. Now, in order to do my writing, then that also now is the domino effect to my YouTube channel. So with YouTube, I am actually pivot point right here. I just want to say thank y'all so much. I've reached 900 subscribers and I never thought I would reach that. My goal is to hit 1K. I just want to reach 1K because that just seems so honestly just awesome to do that. And I know when I first started YouTube, I started out with, well, before I started posting my writing content, about 300 and something subscribers. But when I started posting my YouTube content about finding my niche and what I'm passionate about and what I want to share with you all, that's when I seen an influx in subscribers. And I just want to say thank y'all so much, because while I know that there is so many people in the world, and needless to say, I'm kind of speechless. Not kind of, I am speechless. I don't know the correct words to say, but just know that I'm very grateful that the 900 of you who are subscribed to my channel and you're listening to me and watching my journey, I just want to say thank you very much, and I truly and honestly do mean that. Now getting into my goals for YouTube. Now, with me really trying to focus on my personal priorities and my writing priorities, what's gonna happen is, guys, is that I know y'all know that I've been posting 10 a.m. on Saturdays, and for the most part, I would say it's 95% accurate of me posting every single Saturday. But in order for me to really progress with my writing, because right now my writing is being sacrificed in posting content and the main focus is my writing, is that I've decided that I am going to post every other Saturday at 10 a.m. the long form content. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I will continue, which I kind of just started this week, of posting reels on Instagram and YouTube on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But in order for me to really progress in my writing and give much effort to my writing, and also to focus on my personal goals, because those two are the main goal, is that I do need to give myself some time away from YouTube, not away from it in a sense of ignoring it, but just giving myself more of an opportunity to focus on the writing aspect itself. Like, for example, this week I've written down in my weekly planner, Monday and Wednesday I was supposed to revise and work on, I was supposed to replot this week, and that did not happen because things came up. And today would have been a perfect day to do it, but instead of that, I'm actually recording this video where I could have given my availability today on this Thursday to get into my writing. I do enjoy writing at nighttime, but I don't always want to write at nighttime because that affects me getting up for work the next day, and I need to be focused for that as well. Also, on a side note, I want to be more involved in how I edit my videos. I want to not only tell a story in writing for people to read, but I also want to tell more stories in my content that I put out for you all. And with that, as y'all know, I think I told y'all that I do film all my videos on my iPhone, but eventually I would like to invest in getting my own computer, because right now I do all of my writing and everything on my tablet, and also to get a camera because I would like to invest in more of quality videos, because I enjoy quality videos myself when I watch them from other creators as well. I've always wanted to do content creating. I didn't know at the time when I first joined YouTube and posting what type of content, and once I found the content that best suits me, that I'm passionate about and that I want to post about, that's when I started to enjoy this more, and I see myself in the future more of posting more and just being passionate about that. And I see that in years and years and years and decades from now, me doing this and still being able and still wanting to do this. But that's what I wanted to share with you all today, just a reflection on my last video and really trying to hone in on what my goals are for the year, because my first and foremost focus is me and myself, making sure I show up for myself, making sure I'm intentional in everything that I'm doing, making sure that I pour into myself so that I can spread myself out to the other things that I would like to do. Okay, I turned the light on. I'm glad that I did this video and I came to the realization of this, because I think I told y'all time and time again, told you all that a lot of times I can put a lot on myself, and my last video was me putting a lot on myself without really considering everything else that I have on outside of writing and outside of YouTube. So that's why I like my weekly planner that I purchased, because every Sunday I'll sit down and I'll reflect on, and watching my video, this just really made me realize how much I need to realign and restructure my goals for the year. So this year, I would say, and I looked at this when I was looking at my vision board, a lot of my goals for this year, it really starts internally with me, but I would rather focus working on internally with myself, being soft and being kind to myself, focusing on things that I want to do, what do I want to accomplish, rather than the other tangible things that I normally used to look for. So, I mean, the only two things on my vision board for this year that's actually going to cost money, probably around like $3,000, is a new camera and a new computer. But those are things that I know that are going to help me in the long run to be more successful. Just need to plan and also need to budget for that, which is completely easy to do. I just want to thank y'all so much for today, for watching this video. Thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for being just a great person in general. A lot of you all I have spoken to in the comments or everywhere, friends on Instagram. I'm always looking at your stories or commenting on your posts. So thank y'all so much for stopping by today. You all are really great community. And again, I'm just so thankful that I am at 900 subscribers, which is so weird. People like listening to me and seeing what I got going on. I just never been a person in life that's had a lot of friends. To an extent, I've talked to you all quite a bit, and there are growing relationships that I'm getting from YouTube, and so I'm just really grateful for that, and it just feels great. And I know that it's not always going to be kicks and giggles, but I am enjoying the moment and where I am right now. And while I can see a greater future for myself, I am enjoying this present moment and the present moment that I have with you all, and journaling my adventure to becoming a published author, and then also being a well-known author too. But I'm also very excited for this journey because I'm learning so much about myself. I'm learning and I'm also educating myself, and I'm just learning so much from my own research and things that I'm doing, and just learning about myself in ways that I didn't know that I was capable of doing. And so while this process of writing this novel is progressing in productivity and what I'm doing, I'm also progressing in my internal development, which is also very satisfying. I am humble and I have a lot of gratitude towards it. And I'm just so thankful and thankful for God for giving me the ability to do something like this. So thank you all so much for stopping by today and listen to me yap about my goals. I know there's millions of goals videos posted on YouTube, but you're so lucky enough to click on my video, and I just thank y'all so much. Thank you so much. So whenever you all are watching this video, hope you have a good rest of the day. Have a good weekend, have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good evening. Whatever you do, just have a good time. And I will see y'all later.